And in the early days, it was still somewhat of, I mean, Senator McCain was right. It was human cockfighting back then. It really was. It was like wrestler, boxer, kicks to the face, everything. No, he was. At first, he was. If you looked at what the format was under SEG, they ran away from regulation. The key to Lorenzo and Frank and Dana's success is Mark Ratner, who they hired immediately, probably the most respected man among sports commissions in the United States, and even probably more so in other countries, because he was at the Las Vegas or the Nevada State Athletic Commission.
I always liked him.
Yeah, he came down with the ruling when Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. Mark Ratner.
What was his ruling?
He suspended Mike for a long time. That was Mark's hammer that went down.
Yeah, because no one's ever done anything like that in boxing.
Exactly. So now you have Lorenzo smart enough. If we're going to go mainstream, we need to get sanctioned in all these states, and we need to show the world that this sport is not what it was prior to our ownership. Now, in the later SEGs, it became closer to what it was with the transition, but we were still going to Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, Lake Charles, Louisiana.
That's crazy you say that, because Bear was thinking about transitioning too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you have to elevate the podcast. You got to go from chaos to a little bit more refined, and now we're getting more professional. I got iPads.
And you are the first person I ever heard say that Senator McCain was right. You're the first person.
Always said that.
I've never heard anybody say it.
I never heard anybody say it.
Yeah.
But he said it, and then he followed. So I don't want the internet to clip this and make him look bad. He said it, and then he followed it up with a great explanation.
And then he changed my opinion and made me agree with him, because I was just hating on Senator McCain because that's the sport that I love.
Of course.
But you're right though. When you think about it, it was no rules back then.
It was NHB.
Man, you remember saying
no holds barred.
What was that Asian guy name that's in prison now? He was in that movie with 007 movie. It'll come to me later. The little Asian guy who was getting punched in the nuts.
Oh, yeah.
That was him.
I'm trying to remember who it was.
You remember? Yeah. He's from Orange County.
He is.
I don't know.
It'll come to me. God damn it! I wish we had Vinny here.
Okay, so I got to tell you guys, Vinny ordered the Uber for me to come over to his beautiful studio for a big day for me. And he said that the pickup was for Goldie. So the guy goes, "Are you Goldie?" And I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. It's first time like a Uber driver said. And then his directions, final destination for Goldie. So Vince, thank you. I don't know if Vince is in this room or that room, but no, it was really funny.
So when I got introduced to the UFC, it was UFC 20.
Okay.
And that's when Kevin Randleman fought Boss Rutan.
Yep.
And the guy who started me into training and doing MMA, he fought on that card. He was 17 years old. His parents had to sign off on him.
Really?
And right when they changed the rules, and he was fighting some guy, I can't remember what the guy was fighting, but the guy elbowed him in the back of the head. And it's illegal now.
Yep.
But it's the first when they first changed the rules. And Big John McCarthy just called it into the fight. And the guy was like, man, that was an illegal move. And it was their first time, so.
Yeah, and muscle memory, man. When you're fighting like in a certain way, in a certain fashion, you got to change it up all of a sudden. It's hard because it's muscle memory.
Yeah.
I mean, John Jones is undefeated, let's face it. He's undefeated.
Yeah.
That fight against Matt Hamill should have been stopped on the 16th elbow, and then all of a sudden John comes down 12-6, and he gets the DQ. And Matt Hamill, I love Matt Hamill, a good Ohio boy. I got a cool story about Matt. Marcus Davis was not nice to Matt, but I'll leave that one to Marcus. But that was why there was the loss. But the ref should have stopped it. Like, Matt was in big trouble, man. And John was coming from angles.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, just one came 12-6. So
how did Matt Hamill accept that win? Did he know that he got lost, or was he like celebrating that he got a win? You know? Do you remember?
I don't think he went into like, I just won the Super Bowl mode. I think if he was celebrating, it was like because he was no longer going to get elbowed. It was more that. It wasn't win or lose. It was like, I don't want another 12 of those elbows.
Yeah.